dear friends, today we celebrate the 25th Sunday of the ordinary season. I remember Lawrence Le Chang, the author of the book named How to Meditate, tells a story of an old monk who always prayed for many years for a vision from God to strengthen his spiritual life, to strengthen his faith. But it never came. He had given up all hope. Then one day, a vision appeared. The old monk was overjoyed as he was relishing, enjoying his long-awaited vision. The monastery bell rang. It was a bell meant to feed the poor who gathered around the monastery daily. And it was a time to feed those people. If he fails, the unfortunate people would think there is no food that day and go away the entire day hungry. So in this situation, now the monk was disturbed. He had to make a choice, a decision between his earthly duty of feeding the poor and his heavenly long-awaited vision. But before the bell stopped ringing, the monk made his decision. With a heavy heart, he got up from his prayer and divine vision and went off to feed the poor. Nearly 1 hour had passed. The old monk returned to his room. When he opened the room, he was astonished to see the divine vision waiting for him. Yes, my dear friends, as the monk knelt down in thanksgiving from the vision, he heard a voice. My son, if you had not gone to feed the poor, I would not have waited for you. I would have not stayed. The story, my dear friends, of today has a striking resemblance to today's gospel. Like the disciples, the monk gave up everything to follow Jesus. Like the disciples, he turned his back on the material wealth of this world for a spiritual wealth of the next world. Like the disciples, after he had done all things, he learned the most important spiritual lesson of his life. That is, he learned that the best way to serve God is not to give up everything, not to hate the world or to go to a monastery. The best way to serve God is not spending hours in prayer. Prayer is important. It is our communication with God. And together, we need to do something basic. The best way to serve is to reach out in serving to our brothers and sisters, especially those less gifted than ourselves. Yes, my dear friends, Jesus taught his disciples the lesson saying, whoever wants to be first must place himself last of all and be the servant of all. We are called to serve. So today's gospel contains an invitation and a challenge. It contains an invitation. It invites us to examine our lives and ask ourselves, what is our spirit of service in the work entrusted to us? And secondly, it contains a challenge. It challenges us to take few minutes off in a week and ask ourselves sincerely, how can we bring to our work a greater spirit of service in our day-to-day life? Yes, my dear friends, to serve our brothers and sisters in a better way, in the work entrusted to us, let us ask for His grace and blessing.
Jesus returned, chasing